Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. For card number 4 in our full card series, I have this really easy interactive pull tab reveal card that I created using these awesome pull tab dies that I purchased from AliExpress. If you would like to see how I created this card, then keep on watching. The first step in the card today is going to be stamping and coloring in my images. I use 2 sets that I purchased both from AliExpress. One are these really cute superhero characters, and the other are these really fun little ghost characters. So I do stamp my images in VersaFine, and then I go in with clear embossing powder to set them in place. Because I am going to be using alcohol-based markers, I have to clear emboss them just to keep the ink from smudging. I decided to include the coloring in of my characters because I was requested by one of my subscribers. So I leave this in for you guys to enjoy. I'm actually going to be quiet for once and let you guys enjoy the coloring. The next thing that I'm going to be doing is taking this cloud stencil that I also purchased from AliExpress, and we're going to be using that to create this really easy dimensional cloud background. It really looks like it takes a lot of effort, but it's super simple. All I'm doing is just flipping that cloud stencil around and just blending the ink. I'm using black soot to create just a more nighttime sky look. And I go ahead and I also fill in the borders and I make it just a little bit more dark. And then I'm going to be taking a starburst stencil and mustard seed distress ink, and we're going to just be creating some little bit of rays on the clouds just because we're going to be doing a pull tab reveal and I want it to look like there was more action happening from where the ghosts are coming from. And then I also take my grassy borders, which I also cut out from a grassy border die, and I'm gonna just add a little bit of that black soot to those as well, just to be cohesive with my night theme. So I have all my images cut out, and now I'm going to be pulling out the pull tab die. I do have a review of this die, which I will leave linked in the video so that you can see more details on how to use this die. but I take out all the pieces, which include the track, the pull tab, the thumb hole, the handle, and this tiny little like bridge portion. So first we're going to take the track piece, and you want to center that right in the middle of your card. You do want to leave a little space at the top because we are also going to be cutting out a thumb hole. So you want to make sure that your track doesn't cut into the space of the thumb hole, because then your card will just keep sliding up and it will slide right off the track. So leave just a little bit of space in between your track piece and your thumb hole. Next, I'm going to be taking the actual pull tab that the die cuts out, and it cuts out this tiny little window situation that looks like window shutters. You want to take those two little tabs and you want to stick them in the back of the track piece and fold them outward, just like how I'm doing here. It is a little easier if you lay the card down flat and then fold those little tab pieces outward. And then we have this tiny little rectangle bridge piece, and you want to glue that onto both of those little tabs, and that's what's gonna close off your pull tab so that the little tabs don't come off of the track as well. So go ahead and glue that on. And once you glue it on, you do want to move it immediately because those tabs are so small. You don't want to get any glue on your background. If you do, your pull tab won't move. So now I have a piece of acetate, which I'm going to be gluing onto that little bridge piece. And this is what's going to hold our ghost. So acetate was perfect because you can't really see it. And you get to glue down extra pieces onto the card as well. Now I am just reinforcing that tab just to make it a little more stiff so that when you pull it, your cardstock doesn't shift around and stuff like that. So now I am cutting down that pull tab and I am gluing on the handles. And now we're going to be cutting down our grassy border. You want to just make sure that you pop up your back grassy border, the one that's going to be in the back. You want to pop that up with foam tape so that your ghost can move up and down freely without getting stuck onto anything. So I am using some doubled up thick foam tape for that. And we're going to just center that right at the bottom. And this is what's going to hide the ghost. And I glue down my second layer of grassy border as well, just because I wanted 2 layers of grass. And after I glue down that grassy border, we're going to go ahead and we can glue down our little superhero character. I wanted to go for kind of like a trick-or-treat theme, and my little character is going to be like spooked out by the ghosts that pop out of nowhere. So that's kind of the theme that I was going for. So now I am going to be using some Tombow, and I'm gluing my ghost onto that little acetate strip. And I'm using just a little bit of glue because I don't want any glue seeping out and causing my ghost to be stuck to the background. That's what you don't want. So just go ahead and use a little bit of glue and glue those ghosts down onto that little strip of acetate. And I also decided to give my little character a little trick-or-treat bag because it wouldn't be Halloween if he wasn't trick-or-treating with a little goodie bag, and she's also in costume, so I thought that would be a cute little addition. So I'm just testing out that mechanism, making sure it's smooth. And next we're going to work on our matting. So I'm taking a piece of like marigold color cardstock, and I'm going to be gluing that down onto my A2 card base. And I'm also going to be putting a white mat on the inside of the card as well, because we're going to be stamping out a greeting. And I am trying to get that as centered as possible, the usual, which is always like a struggle for me. And now we are going to be popping up our entire front panel with foam tape. This foam tape also serves another purpose of creating a track for the pull tab so that it does not wiggle to the side, so that it will stay straight. So we are popping this entire panel up with foam tape, and then we're going to center that onto the card base. I'm also holding that pull tab to make sure that it doesn't move and that it stays straight and doesn't get stuck to my foam tape. So for the background, I decided I wanted to add some more stuff to it because I love to add stuff to the cards. So I take these little bats and I am stamping them down into the sky. I also take a star, a solid star, and I stamp those down as well. And this is just adding a little something extra to the card. I always look at my cards and I think, oh, what else can we add in there? And I thought the stars would look really nice. And I thought the bats would also be a nice little addition. I also decided to pull up my pull tab as high as it would go, and I stamped out the word boo on it as well so that it looks like the ghosts are kind of saying boo once you pull up the pull tab. For the inside of the card, I decided to keep it very simple, and I pull out from my stash a Happy Halloween stamp, and I go ahead and stamp that right in the center, and then on top of that I stamp out a cute little spider. And this pretty much wraps up today's card. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I really had fun using my interactive pull tab die set. And if you would like to see more cards in the fall card series, then go ahead and subscribe. Make sure that you hit the bell notification so that you're notified when I post new videos. Like, comment, and share this video. Until the next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.